I picked up everything here on the left last night at a thrift store, and everything here on the right, those 4 books, this morning at a little free library. And I unloaded a lot of books in that little free library and another one. I'm trying to get rid of this box of books I've been carting around in the back of my truck. So that was nice as well. So these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 came from thrift store last night, the one that I usually visit twice a week for about, on average, about 30 to 40 minutes. So I was glad that I found some stuff there. The top 2 here, well, all of this is going in my store, but the top 2, I picked up vintage John Deere. This is not one that you can sell for anything profit-wise online, but it's John Deere. I have a customer that I am testing this out with to see if he's interested, because he buys a lot of stuff that has to do with automobiles and machinery and fixing things up. So I'm going to test that one out. I only spent $1 on that book at the thrift store. And then this one here is interesting. It's called Rick O'Shea, Hip Shot and Me, a memoir by Stan Lind. Apparently, and it has an introduction by Charlton Heston. Apparently, Hip Shot was a comic strip back in, I believe, the 50s or 60s. 1957 here it says. So this is the guy. And so this is a memoir by him. It's kind of a rare book. I could sell it online. However, on eBay, the cheapest one is going for about $14, taking offers plus shipping. Amazon, the cheapest one is $25, and then it jumps up to $44 for the next couple of offers. However, on Amazon, the rank is pretty high. But I'm going to test it out here in the store to see if this sells. If it doesn't sell, I might try selling it on Amazon, because it does sell there. It's just a long tail item. The last year, only 4 or 5 of the copies of the books have sold, which isn't too bad. If I can get $20 or more for it. $25 is the lowest one right now, and that's with free shipping. So yeah, I'd be going up against that person, which would mean I'd be selling it for around a little over $20 because I don't do free shipping on Amazon. So that one, I will see if it sells in the store. These 3, I feel pretty confident will sell. These 2 graphic novels are sealed rather. And this one is not sealed, but this one is pretty popular according to the sales on eBay. I got this one for $2. I'm going to sell it for $5 in the store. These I got for $4 each. I'm going to sell them for $10 in the store. They are sealed. They are not extremely popular on eBay. There's not a ton of copies either, so maybe that's part of the reason. But they are selling on eBay as well as on Amazon, so I feel pretty good that I'm going to do well in the store, and do have some people that like graphic novels, comic books, that type of stuff. So I will be putting those out this week. These are 2 I picked up, Reservoir Dogs, to add to my collection of, or selection of, oh boy, wow, I'm blanking on his name. Quentin Tarantino movies. Wow, I couldn't remember. So I'll add that. I'm going to sell for just $3 like I do for all the Blu-rays. This is sealed. Heaven is for Real. Got it for $2. I'm going to sell it for $4 in the store. So those are all going in the store. And then these I picked up this morning. So these 2 will go in the store. Dirty Wars, The World is a Battlefield by Jeremy Scahill. See if anyone wants that one. Think Like a Futurist. These are relatively newer books. This one's a former library copy. And then these 2 I'm going to list on Amazon, Merchant Fulfilled, not FBA. This is Arab Voices, What They Are Saying to Us and Why It Matters. Because of what's going on, well, I assume so, what's going on right now. With the war and everything. The interest in this has gone up. So this one I'm going to list for $9. Everything's plus shipping on Amazon. So, but it is selling. Recently, in the last few months, the interest in this has gone up, so the price has gone up. So we'll see if I can sell that one. And this one was the one I want to talk about a little bit, called Rebellious CEO, 12 Leaders Who Did It Right by Ralph Nader. If you're not familiar with who Ralph Nader is, There he is. I'm not sure the year on this book. Let's see. This book literally just came out a couple of months ago. September 2023. So this is a new one that is selling for good money on Amazon. I am listing it for $25 plus shipping, and it should sell. So you can also list this for around the same price on eBay. However, here is a big difference with books between eBay and Amazon. Is on eBay in the last 3 months, this book has sold 3 times. However, on Amazon, it's selling essentially daily. It says 26 sales. You know, the book's only been out since September, so 26 sales since it's been out. But it's essentially selling pretty often and frequently. The rank is under 20,000, so I feel confident that this will sell pretty quickly. When it comes to newer books, you're going to want to typically sell them on Amazon. They'll usually do better, sell faster. May or may not sell for more money, but if they're pretty new, they typically will. So, you know, within a year, this book will probably not be going for $25. Depends, but Ralph Nader's a big name, and there is, you know, a lot of people that want to read read books by him. So I'm sure it'll still be popular, but the prices will probably go down unless they didn't put out too many copies of it. So typically what happens is the book comes out, the price is pretty high. You can get your hands on a used copy. That price stays pretty high for a while. It could be high for, 6 months, or it could be high for even a year or two, depending on how many used copies are coming into the market and being listed on Amazon. So if the amount of used copies on Amazon stays pretty low and there's still a steady demand, then that price is going to stay pretty high. But if the used book market starts getting flooded with these books after people have read them, they're donating them, etc., usually is what it is, then it ends up in large sellers' hands, or someone like me as well, finding it at a little free library. Obviously someone just read it, bought it, read it, put it in a little free library. If not as many are coming into into the used book market, then the price can stay high. But if it gets started to get flooded, then that price will slowly start to go down because there's just too many. There's too much supply, and there's not enough demand. And the demand will dwindle, as the book get further and further away from when the book was put out. So that's typically what happens. But there's always some books that kind of hold value, depending on how many copies there are and the interest in the book, the demand. So sometimes a book can have initial demand and it goes down, and then for some reason something happens that the demand goes up again, and then so a lot of the books get purchased, and then there's a low supply, and then lo and behold, those prices will go back up. So just know that selling these kind of books can typically make more sense on Amazon than it does on eBay, which is why I sell on both platforms, and why I use the information, the data on Amazon to scan books first, and then we'll use eBay as a backup or to look up different types of books, collectible books, more hard to find, rare types of books versus these kind. So this makes more sense on Amazon. Another thing is all of these books, to me, make sense to look up. So if you are out there sourcing wherever it may be, at the thrift store or garage sale, or even a library book sale, which is a great place to go, although you will have lots of competition there, and you come across these books, I would definitely look them up. Ralph Nader, look it up. It looks like it's a newer book. This one I would definitely look up. What are Arab voices saying to us and why it matters? Dirty Wars. I don't know what year this came out, but I am familiar with the author. This might be a bit older. This is from 2013. So that's why this one, it's still selling on Amazon. There's way more copies though than what is currently selling at the pace, because it's almost 11-year-old book. Even though it might still be applicable and whatnot, the demand for that has gone down. But I would still look it up. When I see the future, think like a futurist, that kind of thing, in the title of a book, depending on how the book looks, the cover, I may or may not look it up. If it looks a little bit older, then I probably won't. But let's see when this one was published. This one seemed to me, by looking at it, that it was... Nope, it's not. It's 2012. So this is not a newer book, hence why it's not the value of it, the price of it, sort of the lower used book prices are too low to make any money off of it as a single seller, unless you're a mega seller selling tons of books a day. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next video. Take care.